Representatives from Africa's oil-producing countries in Africa are meeting in Abuja, Nigeria, to discuss ways to diversify as low petroleum prices continue to hurt their economies. CCTV's reporter Klanchi Amikalam reports.
Petroleum-producing countries from all over Africa are all gathered here in the Nigerian capital. It's their 33rd ordinary session, but the first meeting since the prices of oil came tumbling. This meeting is crucial for a country like Nigeria, which derives nearly 90% of its export earnings and 70% of its revenue from oil. Most of them have had over 50% of their revenues wiped out by falling crude oil prices. The reason?
There's an oversupply of oil, and you can't change oversupply of oil. Well, you can change, but you don't have control. So it's currently controlled by OPEC. Right? But that oversupply is being complicated further by even further supplies, with Iran coming on stream as well. So the reality is that I think we are today faced with a new global paradigm where we're probably going to be in a low oil price position for some foreseeable future.
But what could be the way out for oil-producing countries and companies, especially in Africa?
If you accept that prices are going to be low, there's only two things you can do. You can A, reduce your costs, so that you actually get your costs below the price of oil so that you actually make a profit, or B, you diversify. And when you're talking about diversification, I'm talking about diversification on so many different levels, both from a corporate perspective and also from a government perspective. So if countries can diversify out of oil, this is the time to do it.
The organization, founded in 1986 and initiated by Nigeria, was established to make African nations less dependent on Western technology and Western markets for oil export revenue. But not much of that has been achieved. Some oil-producing countries, including Nigeria, have been lobbying for production cuts to stabilize prices. But there seems to be no common ground for that, with the biggest oil producers like Saudi Arabia refusing to cut production. Most African oil producers are left with just one option: seeking alternative industries to survive. Kelechi Amekalam, CCTV, Abuja, Nigeria.